the cover. Hook to the leg. He did it. He did it.
All right, in studio with me is Mr. Money in the Bank, Dolph Ziggler, here to promote WWE Raw tonight, Wells Fargo Center, and it's going to be a huge show. Best Value in Family Entertainment. It's the Slammy Awards tonight, Dolph.
Yeah, you said it great. Best Value in Family Entertainment. You can bring the family, you can bring the kids, bring your signs, and of course the Slammies tonight, and I'll be there probably talking about how great I am and how great I did last night.
You did do good last night. TLC match, we're coming off that, the pay-per-view. You had what I consider to be a huge point for your career. I think that helped make your career hit the next level last night with the crowd interaction, with the match. You pulled so much out of John Cena we don't normally see. It was one of the best matches I've seen. I'm saying match of the year. I really believe that.
Well, every night I go out there and try and outdo myself one way or another, or at least bring my opponent to where we can outdo everyone else. And there's a chip on my shoulder at all times to go out there and have the best match of the night. And to actually be in the main event and then to go out there to steal the show, it's a dream come true for me, because there's championships and there's great superstars, and you have John Cena, who is this franchise guy. He's the guy. There's no other guy. We're trying to have some other. CM Punk is almost there. Ryback is coming up as this dominant force, but to go out there and go toe-to-toe with Cena, bring him to another level, make him step up his game, and actually win the match. I didn't think I was going to win last night, but I go out there to steal the show, and we did it, and I won for once, and I did it on a huge level, and it's another step for my career that has been plugging along for 8 years.
Yeah, it definitely is, man. It was refreshing as a fan to see that, too. But you busted up Cena's eye last night or something. We were trying to figure out what we were watching. What happened to his eye?
I don't know. Same thing that happened in my leg. I didn't realize till we got backstage that he was kind of banged up, had looked like a boxing cut over his eye. I know I'm pretty good at this, so, I mean... I wasn't sure if they would have to stop the match or something. We were a couple minutes in, and he was able to go because, like I said, he is the guy around here, and he was able to continue through. We got through it, and I know he's got to be a little bit banged up because, man, it hurts my leg just standing here right now. So,
did you, as you were going through the match, what point were you when you did something, went through a table, got hit with it, whatever happened, what point were you oh, that's it, that hurt, I'm done, and then you just kept going? Actually, the whole match, maybe.
Honestly, like I said, the chip I have on my shoulder, I can't go, okay, that's it. I can sit there and assess the situation a couple different times through a table, laying there going, okay, I can feel my legs, I can feel my hands. All right, start trying to crawl out of here, and then shake the cobwebs off, and then try and get back to business. Okay, is he not climbing? Okay, cool. I can get out here and stop him for a second before he gets up that ladder.
And I'll tell you what, you were on his back going up that ladder. That's hard enough with one guy climbing the ladder. I can imagine two guys being on there. And then through the tape. You're crazy, and I wonder, I really, I'm concerned about you. I am, because when I watch you perform, I love it. You're just so different than everybody else. I know it's what you strive to be, but sometimes when I see the way you throw your body around, I wonder about longevity. You ever wonder about that?
I do, and of course, I always want to be outside of the box. I want to look different. I want to stand out, and up until a few months ago, I was never in any high-profile matches. I would be out there in an opening match or something that's not the main event of the card, and I would have to, okay, how am I going to get the WWE Universe, these fans out here to appreciate and go, this is the match of the night one way or another. And I do sacrifice my body every single night, and I am pulled aside by veterans and older guys saying, hey, man, if we're going long-term with you, we need you healthy. And I have this, I don't know, it's hard to, I have to prove myself every single night, and I enjoy it, and I live for it. I can't go out there and not give 100% for the WWE Universe, who comes out and supports WWE and knows how hardworking these superstars are. I won't limit myself. I will be smart because I want to be around a long time and have a lot of fans and have a lot of great WrestleMania matches and different things like that. But when I go out there, I go 100% because I have to.
That's the only way you know how to do it.
Yeah.
Well, like I said last night, I think a flashpoint for your career, but I know that people have followed your career, and you've been around for a while. And what I want to do now is I want to do Christmas with Dolph Ziggler. I've got some holiday gifts for you, some presents.
Okay.
I've wrapped them in all. Hold on, they're right here.
You wrapped them?
Let's do the first one here. You can guess if you want what it is. Christmas with Dolph Ziggler.
I'm going to hope it's a giant chunky bar, which is candy.
No, it's my father's favorite candy.
Can't believe I'm really opening
And you tell me why I'm bringing you this as a present.
Golf tees because, and organic, I hope, because you know my love for hippies and golf. Maybe that's it.
You love hippies, yeah, that's why I did it.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's golf tees. Well, I mean, it is golf tees because I believe at one point, a good friend of mine, Nick Nemeth, used to be a caddy here in the WWE, and eventually that ended very abruptly. But I actually, joke around all you want, I got some great learning done from Chavo Guerrero, which was a blast for me, even though it was a couple of months.
No, I know it wasn't a joke. I know you give them to your friend Nick, and that's what I was going to ask you. When Nick teamed up with a veteran like that, you must have learned a lot. What's the most valuable lesson you think you learned from him? Did Nick enjoy the time?
Yeah, he loved it, because being a fan of this business and knowing that I was so new and loved wrestling so much, and I could have went out there with myself and gotten lost in the confusion, lost in the shuffle, but being out there with such a background to that last name, Guerrero, and it's mind-blowing. And Chavo, not only had he been around in a time where it's not a rebuilding time, but we don't have 20-year veterans to go out there and help other people out in the ring. And one of the times he's been around at that point, 12 years or something like that, and he goes, "Hey, you've wrestled," or my friend Nick had wrestled before, and he appreciated that I respected the business and wanted to learn, and was like, some people be like, "Oh, what's Chavo Guerrero doing? I want to be fighting against Shawn Michaels or something." I was like, no, I want to be the best ever at this. I am going to learn from a great mind and a great wrestler, and it was short-lived. It was a couple of months, but I loved it. That's
a great foundation to have. Do you ever? I mean, is he a mentor to you still? Do you ever talk to him?
Yeah, we actually randomly, something funny will come up, because we traveled together for, like, we had a short run. It was like 3 months or something like that.
I loved it.
Yeah, I like I said, I was learning, doing little things here and there, and then just starting to apply things that he was telling me, and then starting to pick up on the crowd and stuff. And he was great, and I really enjoyed it. And once in a while we'll send each other a text or something, or a tweet or something.
That's cool, man.
Make each other laugh. Yeah, that's cool to still have that. Like, oh yeah, my buddy Chavo Guerrero. Like, how cool
right?
is that?
I mean, Chavo, the guy with the horse from WWE.
Yeah.
You're excited now. All right, here's your next
horse?
one. What's the horse's name? Do you remember? The horse's name was, hold on, Pepper was the dog from
Pepe.
No, Pepe. Yeah. See, look at that. All right, he knows. He's a fan. Present number 2, Merry Christmas. I'm not a good rapper. My girlfriend had helped me with these. I have to shout her out. She's upset she's not here today.
Okay. Probably.
I wouldn't let her come.
I hate to do that around the holidays.
Okay.
I love that these are actually. Oh man! I hope this is Easter grass.
Easter grass. This is another friend of yours. I know.
This is a pom pom, which actually, another friend of mine who was actually closer to Nick Nemeth than I was. Nicky was a friend of mine, and he was. His lifelong dream was to be a male cheerleader, and accidentally got screwed up in the crazy world of professional wrestling and sports entertainment. And once again, I was kind of a loser, got beat up the whole time, got to be, for a full year, off and on in the ring, Dusty Rhodes, Roddy Piper, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, Triple H. If you don't think that's learning no better than anybody else in the entire world, we got an education for a year. Got beat up a lot, made into jerks, and shipped off in a box like a bunch of idiots, but what an experience to be out there with those guys. The best ever, like a handful of the best ever, were out there with us every single night.
No, I'm sure, and I knew you were going to say something like that. But my question, when I always watched you guys, and don't take offense to this because where you are now, but at the time, a lot of people, fans and stuff, were real into a guy named, I think it was Kenny at the time.
Right.
And now you are where you are, and Kenny's doing his thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the time coming up, you're a pretty competitive guy. Was there a little bit tinge of jealousy there? Like, look at me, I want to be noticed?
Honestly, there wasn't jealousy, but there was 5 guys who kind of looked the same, who all had totally different personalities, but we were kind of lumped into this group, so we would try and make the group look strong when we could, but we knew they had plans for Kenny. He was the leader of the group, and they were going a direction with him, and we were happy for him, but we also go, whenever we'd be out there, sometimes 30 seconds, sometimes 5 segments of a Raw, we wanted to stand out however we could, just so my mom, when she was watching, hey, which one were you? I was the one I got flipped over the rope. They all did. Oh, okay, so we all tried to stand out. We wanted to be stars, and it was hard to at the time. So sometimes it sucked to just, you didn't get that TV time, you didn't get the exposure, you didn't get like, oh, Nicky, he's going to be great. They were going a direction with Kenny, and we were kind of in the group with them, and that was it. We learned, we took it, and we actually bonded together and had a blast.
Oh, it was so much fun to watch.
did some of the coolest. We were there, like DX reunited with us in the ring, like that. Like, how do you even?
Right.
You can't even wish for that if you're making up stuff in your head 20 years ago, you know. So it was like the 5 of us had a blast. We traveled together for a while, and then we eventually all broke off and did our stuff. But we'll still text each other here and there, little things on the side, and
that's cool.
Yeah, it was a blast.
But
and,
do you think though, from your friend Nikki that was in the Spirit Squad, do you think that? You know, you say you want to stand out. That helped Nikki in his career as he went on to continue to stand out. Found little ways. It almost was a basis for that, saying, I need to find a way to stand out. Was that a lesson?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I already, when he wasn't in that cheerleading outfit, was already, you know, either wearing pink tights or doing something different or just trying to stand out. But when it got put like, hey, you guys are going to look the same and do this, it's like, okay, we try and stand out. We weren't able to do it. And I go, hang on, from here on out, I am going to try and stand out every chance I got. And that's, you know, it's like I said, I have a chip on my shoulder every single day of my life, and it drives me. I haven't been handed anything. I'll still get Nikki chants in a crowd when I'm putting on a clinic, wrestling better than anybody else on the card, and it just drives me to be better every single day. That's why I think at the end of my career, I'm going to be the best ever.
Oh, I definitely would concur with that. Let's keep going with Christmas with Dolph Ziggler. This is your last gift, but before we get to this, I know it's sad, but before we get to this, I just want to know, I noticed you used the rocker dropper, famous or whatever you call it a lot.
Yep.
Is that in homage to a Marty Jannetty or something like that, or is that just something you do?
It's like I said, we have so many superstars who have so many like established moves, and there's only so many things that you can take and make your own. And I was a huge fan of Billy Gunn. Yeah. He's an amazing athlete. He was always standing out one way or another. He's a jacked guy who was like doing athletic stuff. I go, this is great. I want to be that guy. And so that's it. Maybe I'm sure I saw him do it and said, okay, I want to try and be like him and do this. And then I saw Shawn Michaels do a super kick. Man, that's great. That can work for me. I saw Ric Flair strutting around and stealing the show. Man, that's that guy. So you take these pieces of these guys and subconsciously you just start doing them because you go, that guy was great. I'm going to learn something from him, take something from him. And it just you subconsciously start to become these great veteran superstars.
It rubs off on you.
Yeah.
And you say super kick, and I have to ask this because our cameraman's probably not going to ask it. He's probably afraid to ask it. But he made a note. He said that he noticed that you've been finishing your matches with the super kick. Last night, super kick. Randy Orton, super kick. Is that a new move we're seeing? I mean, everyone wants to know.
It's something that in like a world title picture, in the main event scene of WWE, I'm a smaller guy, and I feel something like that is a game changer for me, because if I'm getting beat up by a Sheamus or a Mark Henry or a Big Show, then if I could stick that kick out of nowhere, that's something that instantly levels the playing field, and it's believable that I knock them out with it because I've taken out Randy Orton, I've taken out John Cena, and so it's just something to have in that back pocket. I don't know where we're going with it right now. I'm still working on it.
Looks great.
But
take their head off with it.
It's a game changer for me to have that in my arsenal for sure.
Yes, it is. Add another move, right?
Yep.
All right, here's your last present. Don't get down and cry on me.
Oh man.
You can guess what this is if you want.
I have no idea.
This is something you could actually probably really use, and you can keep all these gifts.
Conditioner?
No. I was looking for
oil?
No.
Hand sanitizer.
Now, what does this tie in?
Oh, jeez.
What's the tie in to this?
I thought we were going in order here. This is the first one. Or actually, I guess.
Yeah. Well, your friends were the other ones. I wanted to get them out of the way first.
This is the
Dolph Ziggler
the origin of Dolph Ziggler was just shaking hands backstage and being a total jerk, which the jerk part came easy to me. I don't even like shaking people's hands. But, yeah, that's when Dolph Ziggler first came on the scene. All he would do is say, hi, I'm Dolph Ziggler, and shake someone's hand. And that was it for almost a couple of months, probably, till I had a match with Truth and then a match with Batista, which was actually put me on the map. And I said, okay, from here on out, we're in this.
The handshaking thing, because I thought that was a great idea. I mean, that was obviously a great way to build name recognition for yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And your name keeps coming out there. Was it an idea you came with, or was that
honestly,
told you
it was not something I came up with. I was thinking of all kinds of different ways to get my real character out there, and this is WWE going, we're going to get your name out there. And after a couple weeks, people in the crowd were starting to get, when they'd see me on screen, they knew what I was going to say, and that's just smart of WWE, just getting that name recognition out there before I even had a match, before I'd done anything. Brilliant. And then all of a sudden, maybe you have a player coming up here in the WWE when you get out there.
Definitely. Well, you talk about ideas you came up with to develop the Dolph Ziggler character and all. Is there any ideas that you may have came up with that didn't make it to TV or you thought were great, or a name they maybe wanted you to use? Like Daniel Bryan said he had Buddy Peacock.
Really?
Yeah, and he had, I can't remember the other one.
Daniel Bryan so much.
Yeah, he's kind of a hippie-ish vegan guy.
Yeah, God. Makes me so mad right now. I wish I was eating a raw steak or something. Yeah, of course. When I was a kid, I go, man, I can't wait to see what kind of wrestling name I come up with. It's going to be so outrageous. And then as I got more and more, I started setting records in high school and college and going, wow, we should use my real name. Kurt Angle was an Olympic gold medalist. You Google him, you're going to find all his stats. Yeah. I'm going to be Nick Nemeth. People in Ohio Valley Wrestling thought that was my wrestling name anyway. Most people in the developmental territory, they're like, oh, that's your real name?
It's brilliant.
I was like, yeah, that's great. And I was like, in my head, I was like, okay, cool. This is a different era of where things are real. Things are what they seem. And if you go to Google me, you'll see records broken here, records this. And I thought that kind of name recognition would actually carry on to the WWE. But we went with something that stood out, caught everyone's attention, and been a rocket ship ever since.
It sure has. And the rocket ship flew into Philly tonight. You like that little...
Nice segue.
Transition.
Great.
It flew into Philly tonight.
Yeah.
It's going to be Raw Slammies. We have a lot of issues to figure out here. What's going on with you and AJ? Like I said to you before, I think if I was you, I mean, any guy, just make out with her already. Go for it.
She's all right.
But she might get in your way.
Yeah, the thing is, the ego I have, me and Vicky have had a long-standing relationship, but I feel like it's time to go on my own. I've earned everything I've ever gotten in this business, and I feel like with my ego, with that chip on my shoulder, it's time to let me get out there and swim on my own and take care of business. We'll see what she has to say. I don't know what her intentions were last night. I don't know why she was out there, but she did interfere in that match and actually had a huge part on the ending. So I'm sure she'll have something to say. John Cena, I'm sure, will complain and probably get another shot of my Money in the Bank contract. It's due. It's been a couple weeks. And I will be out there to purely continue this bandwagon of people pretending they were with me from day one as I go out there and steal the show every single night.
I love it. Jump on the Dolph Ziggler bandwagon. We'll have you, right? He might kick you off. Who knows? But $20, best value in family entertainment. Everybody's going to be there. You're doing like a tag team thing. It says here, the Big Show and yourself versus Cena and Sheamus, the massive main event. And, Slammies tonight, too. So maybe you'll pick up a Slammy or two.
Yeah, probably. I would assume so. And I could probably carry him in my contract briefcase if I had to. So I'm running out of room,
All right, Dolph Ziggler, thank you so much for stopping by and visiting with us. We really appreciate it. Enjoy your gifts. Enjoy your holiday.
Yeah, this is going to be the best Christmas ever with all this hand sanitizer.
It already was, bro. Yeah. You can use that. Who needs baby oil tonight?
Yeah, right. Got it.
Thanks for coming in, man.
Thanks for having me.